listen as we step on the mic, man, you know it's the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday, 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap it right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every A. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. Know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I am your host, Coco. And the crew that joins me every week, Baltimore's most creative, most talented artiste, the Jude.
Y'all.
I know he don't like it, but my problem child.
It's the way he look. See that?
Like I'm waiting for it. Semantic antics. And then we have the mayor of Asheville. Well, I call him the mayor of Asheville. Paul. Hola.
Hey there, y'all.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Hello.
Hello, all.
How are y'all?
How you doing, Paul?
¿Qué pasó?
There we go. I know we got a lot to talk about today.
Yes,
So I'm gonna go ahead and get into. We're gonna knock the mental health check-in out. I'm good. Tired, but I'm good. I'm at peace.
Me too. I'm chilling. It's a little chilly today, and it's not really stinking outside since it cooled down. So
That's the whole.
Hair's on my lash. Set.
I mean, I'm good.
I saw your face. I knew.
I'm look. Listen, for the past 2.5 weeks, I've been waking up at 5:30 a.m.
Okay.
To get to work at 8 o'clock because you know how Atlanta traffic is.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible, right? Mm-hmm. That job is 45 minutes away from me. I was like, fuck it, let's do what we got to do. Sit there, listen to somebody talk for 8 hours straight, 5 days a week. That's 40 hours of talking. That's too much goddamn talking.
You in the training phase though, right?
Yes.
Look, oh yeah, I hate that period. When you can't really do nothing but be bored.
Right. I'm sitting. Yeah. It's three of us. It's three of us. One's what I don't know. I think one is a younger dude. He's from the Bahamas. The other one's from DRC in Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo, but he's Americanized, and he's an overthinker because he questions every goddamn thing. Why is there a dot on the end of the eye? I'm like, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? That type dude.
Right.
I'm like, yo, you overthinking because it's dealing with, you know, technical issues, you know, internet for a cable company. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be here that long to take it that serious. Okay, because I don't want to be on the phones like that. I'm used to not being on the phones. Right.
You used to being more like hands-on.
Yeah. I can be on the phone. I've done customer service before I transitioned into IT, but I'm like, old hat. Just do what you got to do to keep the money rolling in. Okay, that's the first and foremost thing. Because in this goddamn economy, that this asshole, this orange tangerine asshole, has fucking ruined. Anything is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And plus,
Yes.
it's a bubble anyway. In economic terms, it's a bubble. It's gonna burst. The housing shit's gonna burst. Them houses. I was looking at houses the other day. I'm like, this house was built in 1995. You want to charge how much? $600,000. Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm like, okay, what did you do to the foundation? Because if I'm going to buy a house that's already built, I want to make sure that the foundation is solid. No, because they can sell me a wooden house. That shit, oh, it looked good. You know, see all the pictures and all the renderings and you know what I'm saying on the internet. When you get to that motherfucker, it's a goddamn death trap. You fall through the floor. You look at the bathroom, the damn toilets rotted out. That type shit. AKA, you gotta fix that shit yourself. Either you have to pay somebody or you gotta put your hands to work. and I don't know shit about fixing toilets except flushing. Okay? That's all I know. Take a piss in the shit, flush. All right, I did my duty. That's
And
what's
see,
driving
why
me.
I call you what I call you. Right there. You see, you're doing it.
What? What? Shit, I'm telling the truth. Shit. Tell the truth. But nah, I'm good. Everything's good. At least I'm working. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna complain because being out of work 9 months. You know what I'm saying? That shit is no joke. That shit gave me PTSD. Okay.
No,
I wouldn't even.
I feel you.
Yeah, I wouldn't even check my fucking mail.
And when you used to working like every day and then you go to now where you be like, what? And then you started thinking, how the fuck do people do this?
Right.
Like,
I don't mind spending time at home
like the first
all
couple
day.
days, you be like, all right, little break. And after
Right.
the next thing you know, you be like, hold on, wait a minute.
I gotta get the fuck out this fucking house before I bust some goddamn windows out this
Man,
Yeah.
I was out of a job for 2 weeks before and I couldn't do it.
Right.
Right.
I mean, if I was a multi-millionaire, millionaire, whatever the fuck, shit, they were like, yo, Q, you would still work? I was like, look, there's only so much you can do, right? So much traveling you can do. Because you're not going to want to go everywhere. You're not Visa or MasterCard or whatever. You want to make sure you conserve your money because you don't know what the fuck the economics of it do. And if you even hit the lottery, right? That like the Powerball, what did it reach? Over $1 billion?
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple of weeks ago, somebody from California, 2 people from California won that shit or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after you get taxed on that shit, right? Because they already taxed you on like 51% of that. Then you got to turn around your income. You got to turn around and then pay taxes on the income and the state tax. So you still walking away with about, out of that billion, I'd say about 250 million, give or take 50 million.
Mm-hmm.
Might be 200,000, might be 250, but it's not 30. Still plenty of money to get around it.
Yeah.
A lot
If
of
you
plenty
manage
money
it
to
right.
get around there.
Right.
Yeah.
But
More than what you had
keep,
when you started.
if you keep people's hands out the fucking pot, yeah, it's plenty of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
gotta have some
anyway,
kind of investment plan though.
Right,
Once
right.
you win the money, you gotta do something with it.
Yeah,
You
you're gonna
gotta
have to
make
do
the money,
something
use
with
the
it.
money
You
to
get a
make the
lawyer.
money.
You get a lawyer, right? When you win that lottery, you see that ticket. They say don't sign the back of it. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm gonna sign the back of this shit.
Mhm.
because I know I picked those numbers. Well, it's got to be. I think I don't know. I think it's like having something to do with notarization. I think that's what it is. Because if you sign it in the presence of a lawyer, it's basically notarized without the stamp because it was witnessed by the lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And plus, anybody can forge your name nowadays. But still,
Or the name. You see what AI can do?
yeah. Hey, what up, JB?
And it's going to get worse
Yeah,
with
yeah.
AI.
They
I'm
got.
sorry. Before we get into that, Paul,
Hey there.
how are you?
Well, I had a pretty good day. I just ran into some shit later on in the day because I don't appreciate people that like to feel they are entitled to wasting other people's time without advising people that they're not gonna be able to do something.
You
I
right.
don't like having my time wasted by somebody and you don't call me, you don't think have enough damn consideration to call me, let me know, hey, I'm running behind, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Nothing. So like I said, the day was going good until that happened. And I just sit back for a minute and took a deep breath because I know the person got a whole lot of shit going on trying to get this festival together. I know that's a whole lot of damn work. But
Yeah.
he also got realized too that you trying to wait for the last minute to bring me this list of the vendors where I gotta get all these people placed and stuff, and you waiting until the last minute and don't call me, let me know where you at. And I'm getting pissed off too, because I gotta get that shit done too in order for you to get everything else done. So,
Mhm.
it's just how it is when you work with these festival things. But otherwise, it's been a good day. I'm still alive and I'm breathing.
Awesome. That's great. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you was able to breathe. And you know, I get it. Sometimes I've been guilty of it. A lot of times, I think sometimes you get so caught up in what you're doing, and it certain things easily like kind of slip your mind. Sometimes it's not intentional, but at the same time, it's like also trying to remember to be mindful,
Not enough hours in the
especially
day.
yeah, especially if I got somebody waiting on you or something like that. Just like, hey, such and such
Yeah.
happened, or even if you ain't got to go into detail, like I'm just running behind, or might got to take a rain check or something.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Yeah,
honest with yourself about your time.
yeah,
Sometimes
Yeah.
you think you can do things and you really
okay,
can't. I'm learning that myself. Like I my intentions be to fit a lot of things in a day or within a certain amount of days, but sometimes you can't. You gotta, we never factor in the last minutes, the pop-ups.
or
So
the
you can
things that
plan your day out however you want it, or an event or whatever you need to do. But sometimes life be life and shit happens, and it's unfortunate. And you gotta step up and be like, hey, I know I wanted to do this, but I'm
but I
not gonna
can't.
be able to.
Mhm.
I'm learning how to do that. Being like, yeah, I ain't got time for that right now.
That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Like the more like for me with time management, I try to do like or be realistic. Like something can happen and try to plan for the what ifs. And I think that's something that like a lot of us don't do. Is we do try to cram like, oh, I can get it done. Let's make because some people like it's only gonna take me about 20, 25 minutes to do this, then I can boom, da 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 da. And then when you think about it, and then when you in it, it's like, nah, this thing just go 20, 30 minutes. And especially if you helping somebody do something, you always put extra time in there. Because you never know. But y'all ready?
Ready, right, Freddy, baby. Let's
Lock and load.
go.
All right. So the
You
first
frozen. Oh, there you go.
I'm
You
frozen.
was, no, you bet.
So the first topic is y'all familiar with the Kyren Lacey story, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
And so Kyren Lacey, for those of you who may not know, was the LSU student who ended up committing suicide in April of 2025 after being charged with negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle. Um, he had high potentials to get ready to go to the NFL and be drafted and all of these things. But recently, now mind you, this was in April when he took his life. Now we're in October of 2025, and now it's coming out with video and court document, not court, yeah, well, court documents, because the attorney's office said it, that he was innocent the whole time. He wasn't even at fault of the accident that was fatal. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on it and kind of dig a little bit deeper. I'm gonna just put it out there so I won't have to cut nobody off. So I want to know your thoughts on that, but I also want to know how y'all feel about the effects that like the judicial system has on like on people mental health, especially when they're being falsely accused or imprisoned for something that they didn't do, which we're finding a lot, and you see a lot of people that's being released now after DNA results, and they've been in jail for like 30, 40 years. So just kind of want y'all to talk about. Was that a lot? Who want to go first?
You
Who want to go first? Don't all speak at once.
I think that the witnesses and the officers should be held accountable. Anybody who made a statement saying that he caused that accident should face some kind of crime. Charges. I don't know what charges, but it need to be something because that was wrong. I feel like it was deliberately done, or somebody like was set out to ruin that little boy, that young man's career. I don't really know what to say about that because I felt bad. I cried a little bit because I was like, dang man, oh man, lost his life. And then I was talking to my girl about it. She made me realize something. Like even if he would have been found not guilty, the NFL probably still would never picked him up. Like they just ruined his life, and that's how he felt, like to work so hard to get there, and stuff like that happen, and it happens. Not that in particular, but a lot of innocent people who go to jail for crimes. I think that the people who are involved in that should go to jail because somebody did still lose their life, and y'all didn't prolong the case. The actual person who was involved in that accident from actually being pursued and charged and all that because y'all was sorry, yeah, my phone was ringing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, like they went after him. So yeah, whoever lied on him, I think that they should, be held accountable. And some laws need to be put in place for that, for real. Like that no not want thing. Something need to be put in place for that because in this country you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And how is it that it took all the way these many months to get that fucking footage? Because it looked like it was at like a store or something.
It looked like they were suppressing information and they were coaching people. Like now that the videos and the cams and stuff are coming out, but
why did it take so long though? Because didn't that happen like in October of last year?
No, it happened. No, yeah, but in December. It happened in December.
December or
He
something.
went
Right.
to jail. He made like $151,000 bail. He came home right before the draft was supposed to start. He committed suicide in April of this year. So now all of this footage is coming out now. But I was watching this video and they had like the court docs, like the state's attorney's office was giving the information to the attorney of the family, and none of it pointed that he was completely innocent. So I feel like I get when people say apologies are needed because not only did they do him wrong, the judicial system, but society did as well. He was judged. He was, I don't think we're mindful of sometimes some of the things that we say out our mouth, even publicly, and a lot of the sports media, the news media. We also have to be mindful and have to say, like, sometimes the things we say, you never know what a person is going through internally or how they feel about life. You know what I mean? And you don't know what else he had going on. So for him to do that and just hearing it and then trying to go out in the public and being ridiculed, you don't know what he had to go through every day. Then with his family, it was a lot. It was just a lot, and it's just like
They
people.
did the same thing with the Black Panther until everybody found out he was sick.
Yep.
The world's so judgmental. That's
Yep.
what everybody do on these apps. Everybody like to point the finger and dig into the cases themselves. I mean, we all like a little drama, but that was somebody's life, and now everybody like defending him. Like
Yep.
it was his life. Like it was no proof. But like I said, why did it take so long for y'all to get that camera footage?
Hmm.
When did y'all see it? When did y'all first see it?
They've been saw
Because
it.
that
New
young
information
man
was
did
coming out
not have to
daily
lose
the
his
whole
life.
time. They pinned it on him. They knew that he didn't do it. They knew he didn't do it from the beginning, and they let that story ride out. J-Bay said they should check to see if they're what if they should check to see if they medically see if they are depressed or in that state of mind. Oh, he was like he think that the system should do an evaluation of people before they charge people. Then Mikey said innocent till proven guilty doesn't apply to everyone. That's the sad part. I agree, but at the same time, it's to say to evaluate everybody before they get charged. That's not going to happen because I mean, let's just be real. Yes, mental illness is real, but then you just have some people that just choose to do what they do. Um, it's just certain rules just don't apply to all of us. That's just the common the common thing. But when it comes to situations like that, when you have evidence being suppressed and all of that, no. But I don't think until he was went to trial or whatever the situation should have been, he was already being condemned by the public and by his peers. That can set anybody over. So that has nothing to do with that's just us as a society and what we do. We quick to hear something, then we jump the gun and everybody want to bash people, not knowing. And that's where that bullying and all of that stuff come in at. You never know what that can do to a person.
They know what it'll do to a person because these kids is talking about bullying. And then the adults have gravitated to grow up to be even bigger bullies than the kids. You got kids committing suicide over the same thing. And people do this on social media all the time. As soon as you see something, you just go in the comment, you go into them comment sections, and it's just like some miserable ass people in them damn comments. And them clickbait ass people just saying stuff to be saying it because you can hide behind that keyboard. You
Hmm.
can put a different picture up. So the world, you get to see how wicked people can be. But
Yeah, but a lot of them are keyboard warriors, so to speak.
yeah,
But because a lot of them, I ran into this when uh last season when the Giants came to Atlanta. There's a certain character. I'm not gonna call his name due to legality reasons. I don't want you to get sued or anyone on his panel to get sued because of what I was wanting to do to that kid. Um, but he was talking a lot of shit about me online. He'd already met me before. And I was like, so you want to talk shit about me online and you already met me and knowing the crew that you hang out with, because they travel. They came to Atlanta because a lot of the frontliners live here in Atlanta. So, long story short, I appear with mask on, the whole regalia. That kid damn near pissed his pants. Want to know why? Because I knew everybody in that building. Number one, since I live here in Atlanta, I knew everybody. I'm one of the people who helped start the Giants groups, period. I'm an OG for real. I just don't go around bragging about it because it's really nothing to brag about. You know what they're doing?
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing we're doing at home, watching TV. That's all it is. Just watching TV, listening to music, which you already do at home. You probably have a better playlist than what the DJs can. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, the kid talking shit about me, and I was like, let me make an appearance and show him who the fuck I really am. That dude, as soon as I walked through the door, everybody turned their head. Oh shit, it's Q. Q's here. That dude looked up. He went to the other end of the fucking bar. Around different people, thinking I wasn't going to get to him. I was like, nah, I'm not going to touch this kid. I'm not going to be the bully here. I could beat his ass, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be classy about it. I'm going to play chess, not checkers. That fool still plays checkers. Probably still got a Lego set still, or he might be playing with himself. I know he's an incel. White boy too, he's an incel.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of people should just feel messed up about.
Yeah.
I remember
the media caused this though.
When he first, that too. But when I just want to get that out. When the accident first started, like some of the things that was being said about this young man, like, oh, he's throwing his life away. I mean, it wasn't even. It was like we have a tendency to believe the first story. You know what I mean? And just run with it. And then it's like now those same people, but you one the family.
You have to understand, Coco. You got to understand. People run with narratives all day long.
They do.
They don't know. They don't know what the fuck they're following. First and foremost, they just follow. They don't know what they're following. Hell, half of them don't even know why they follow their favorite sports team. You said, I asked one person, why do you like the Giants? Oh, because they wear blue. I like the colors. I'm like, what? What about the colors? Wait. What you fail, Crayola class? What the fuck are you talking about? You like the colors? Why do you like the fucking Giants? Why? Well, they wear blue, and blue is my favorite color. 1 + 1 is 4. Clap in my hands. That's what I'm doing. That's how they do. They clap their hands and their fingers spread out. Retarded motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it.
I mean, it's true. And it go back to what Drew was saying, though, too, when it comes to not only the media, but not only the media, but social media, how it affects people. And you see a lot of people, because of things that's being said in a harsh way. It's literally like verbal attack. And sometimes, even though we can say words is just words, but people have feelings. We have to be mindful. You never know what a person is going through outside of social media and their everyday life. Something that I like to say to people is, you may be mentally strong in certain areas. That doesn't mean everybody is the same way. Your reaction to something may not be someone else's. You just don't know. But we have a responsibility to be mindful and aware of what we put out into the atmosphere and our actions at all times. I even learned this, like doing this, like you still have to be mindful. You know what I mean? And then for me with social media, I'm hardly on there unless I'm posting because it's like there was a time where it was fun. Now that's all you see is people bashing people or want to sneak this or do all of that. They can say things on social media that they won't say to the person's face.
Right.
To me that's cowardly. And then secondly, it's just like don't nobody
all that
who wants to see that soon as you log on? And I don't like to see certain things. I just don't like.
No,
to see.
Coco. I one up you. I one up you. You know, they say all this shit online, and then when you meet them, hey, how you doing? Yeah, what's going on? It's good to meet you. Yeah. I'm just fucking with you. Oh, I ain't mean that. Why'd you give me a black eye? Why my tooth missing? Did you just punch me?
Social
Why
media
did you
ain't
hit
getting me
me?
like that.
See what I'm saying?
You know, social media is for entertainment.
Right. These
Yeah.
motherfuckers confuse reality with entertainment. Okay? That's what the problem is. They're programmed. These motherfuckers are fucking programmed.
Well, yeah, that's what all the Matrix and all them was telling us. But they've been telling us that when they started like trying to, I guess like when they first start waking up, because they don't like the woke culture, so I'm gonna call it waking up. They first start waking up and they start pointing up the book, pointing at books,
The coffee crowd.
right?
I
And the
call it
videos of them,
crowd.
you know, showing you like plans that was put in motion, you know, because to see like how certain groups of people react to certain things. It was a documentary on, you know, they made movies a certain way. Black movies were made this way, white movies were made this way, you know, because that's how they portrayed. And if you look at the way people act, a lot of people act like what they see. Like a lot of people don't like the woman today, but it was a whole era of these housewives shows that came out along with like Bad Girls and a whole bunch of things, a lot of things that like paved the way for the female to be who she is today, like the young guys.
Empowered.
Yeah, the young guys the same way, like the young guys the same way. Rap music and hip hop kind of influenced the way the guys are. Because think about it, it used to be
in jail culture too.
But well, yeah, that. But I feel like all that kind of play a part because it's in the music. You feel me? The girls are seeing the stuff on the TV and they want that lifestyle from the TV, and the guys they hear that shit in the music. Now the girls hearing the shit in the music too. So everybody want what they
Yeah, they look they they've been sold as far as that's concerned. They've been sold a lifestyle they ain't gonna never ever live.
Well, that's not necessarily true because serial killers are a thing, and they've been showing serial killer documentaries for forever, and they ain't never going nowhere.
Yeah, serial killer. Yeah, you know where they going? They going up two ways: dead or in jail.
It's the life. It's the life.
Yeah, that's part of life, right? Okay. I feel like this. We should bring back Hammurabi Code. You know what that is, right? Right? All right, eye for an eye. That's Hammurabi Code. You kill, you shall be killed. Hell, they used to stone women for adultery.
Yeah, I remember.
I bet that'll cut down on the fucking divorce rate.
Well, it ain't only the women's fault about divorce. What about these cheating ass men? I don't even date the men.
Castrate the men.
Wait, I'm sorry, because I was trying to do it behind the scenes. Rich, can we let Paul back in, please? If you, I don't know what's going on with that.
He in the bathroom.
Go ahead.
But I feel like if that is a testament to a society that disallows certain shit. Like this society does allow certain shit. It does. You can't deny it. Even murder. Because they go out, what do they do? What does the government go off and do? They hire assassins to fly overseas to conduct rogue missions. They go assassinate whoever or kill some leader so that they can install a puppet government. So murder is murder. This is just a business murder because there's money involved, there's politics involved, there's power involved.
Speaking of money, how do y'all feel about?
Oh, I heard about this.
I know Paul get ready to go off on this one. How do y'all feel about Diddy got sentenced and he got sentenced to 4 years? Do y'all think that was fair? but with the time also included with the time he already served as a part of that 4 years.
No. No.
I agree.
But no. He should have gotten at least 10.
I agree. And my other issue with that is you gave him 4, but it was I can't remember. I probably had to look it up. There was a pedophile who got like 6 months. Now, granted, I'm not excusing what he did, but what I don't like about our judicial system, these grown people abuse these children and pretty much get probation or a life sentence. But you have Diddy, and yes, he was wrong. He's definitely guilty of abuse. I'm gonna keep my other to myself, but yes, he should have got the time and maybe a little bit more because he's been getting away with a lot for a lot of years. But I think if you're going to be fair all across the board because people do more time for a bag of weed than what someone do for involving a child.
The human life don't have any value.
Matter of fact, and I know this is no offense, Jude, don't take it the wrong way. People, if somebody do something to a dog, which I don't agree with, they get more time than a pedophile.
As you should. I mean, not the pedophile. I'm sorry.
Right.
As murder, not the pedophile. I feel like as a pedophile, I can't say what I feel about a pedophile. I jumped the gun when I would think about like a motherfucker, a murderer. I would think about a murderer because people do some horrific shit. I feel like that shit should be just as equal as like the pet shit when it comes to pedophiles and rapists, period. Because rape is just not is horrible whether you're doing to an adult or a child.
Yep.
You should. I agree with you 100% on that. But let me say this: when it comes to murder, the murdering motherfuckers out here in the world, yes, y'all do some. People do some horrible things to the fucking dogs and the cats, and they are innocent. And when they start there, they start with the animals before they go to the humans. So if you catch them, you feel me? At that age, get them the max with them animals, but you need to give them the triple with them motherfucking people. Cause
that's what I'm saying. But I just feel like the laws for children being violated are too lenient. That the children are not protected. Half of the traffickers get off to with lighter sentences than that.
That's because the government all in on that trafficking shit.
You want to know why? Because that part, Jude, and plus, the United States has always been run by psychopaths. Okay, let's start there. It's always been run by what? Old white men. Delusional old white men who make the laws for themselves.
About McConnelly, when you said old white men, it triggered something that I saw the other day. I was watching this thing where they were the same conversation that you're leading into with that, like the age of our government and the people that's in our government. They were talking about how long these people stay in these positions. What's his name? McConnelly. What's the dude that damn near was passing out on the podium? He's been in office since like what, 81?
Right.
And they feel like because people are now looking at the ages of our government, and also like with Trump, there's no way we should have people 70 and 80 doing laws, and we don't know what their mindset is. And I'm not trying to like do ageism or anything like that, but there comes a point if we have a retirement age, that should also be for the government.
Can I say one thing? Wait, can I say one thing? One thing, and then I got.
I'm being politically correct, by the way.
Not them. You know, that shouldn't even be a question because they just announced that in the U.S., Alzheimer's and dementia, Alzheimer's or dementia, one of them, the rates are now increased across the country.
Yeah.
So, you know, having elders no offense to the elder community, but having people of at retirement age working, and it seemed like it's the setup for them to be able to take control, because it's also a thing that people take advantage of those type of people. You feel me? Like no, boy, have you ever really honestly been around like an older person? Like of that, they really ain't got time to go to work. They don't feel, they don't even want to talk to you half the time.
They sleep by 3.
Right. So imagine what's going on. That's why they sick of like the Jasmine Crockett and them. That's why they sick of them, because they coming in. They coming in.
But that's what we need. We need more. I think we need more a more younger mind.
Representation. Yeah,
And
and
right,
representation.
somebody that's up with the times and that can articulate and speak to the people in the way that we're speaking today. Because a lot of those are still, it's still like that. And there's nothing wrong with an old school mindset, but at some point you have to, it's like, nah, that's not it right now. You're not paying attention to the way that the
That
world
worked
is.
back in 1943. We in 2008. We in
Right.
2028. I'm like, motherfucker, this shit don't work anymore. What are you doing? What
And then
are
when you
you
look
doing,
at,
sir?
that's why we're the laughing stock of other countries, because
Right.
when you look at their governments, they're more, they move, and their minds is going at their thrive, and that's probably why they're up and they're thriving, because now they're moving with what's going on today and what the
You-
people want of
right.
today.
But do you
That's what
actually
they, yeah.
realize? Do you actually realize what the United States is also trying to do is be a technocrat? You know what a technocrat is, right?
Mhm.
You using technology infused with the government.
Right.
That's part of fascism.
Yeah, because I'm scared of AI. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, AI is basically it's similar to what hell you've been using AI ever since you had Google. When you
Yeah,
type
but it's like
in
you're
a,
forced to use it now, though.
I'm sorry.
It's like you being really forced to use it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I like ChatGPT. I do like ChatGPT.
Yeah,
But when I say that, like think about it, like now when you on like social media, whatever, it's like automatic. Like you don't have a choice with certain things, and it's like everything is just, you're constantly feeding it to mimic us and then do certain things. Just like I didn't even. I'm sorry, I'm going off topic, but just real quick, just like I didn't just found out about. There's an AI artist that's like selling billions of records that sound great. I didn't even know that was AI.
hmm
The Timberland AI artist.
hmm they got if you go on YouTube, they got parodies of 50 Cent right in the club. Like they say the 1950s version of In the Club. If you type it into YouTube, that's all AI generated. And the shit is hilarious. Because that's what it would sound like if it was 1950.
Wow.
Imagine 50 Cent as a doo-wop singer, a doo-wop rapper. You see what I'm saying? I was like,
Mhm.
damn, this AI shit is dangerous, but I love it because you can it if you use it to how it's supposed to be used, it will benefit you.
You know,
It
people
will,
not going to use it how it's supposed to be
no, no.
because it's
People are,
already started.
yeah, because people see AI is garbage in, garbage out, right? You have to feed it. If you feed it garbage,
Oh shit.
guess what the people are going to get in return? Garbage, right? They will get garbage. If you feed it facts, it's going to more than likely spit out facts.
Mhm.
I mean, hell, Wikipedia, you can twist uh you can twist a little bit of the truth here and there because you can edit the wiki. You can edit.
Mhm.
Back.
You know what I'm saying? I could go and say George Washington was a dick sucker.
What?
I I could
Oh,
go in
matter of
there
fact,
in
hold
Wiki
on, hold on.
What?
in Wikipedia. You can edit the account. You can edit it.
Yes, you can. Yeah,
I was gonna
that's
go
why
in
they,
with
I was
this
always,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it's just
always
right
taught
in.
not to trust Wikipedia because anybody can go in and edit it. Like
Yeah,
you can go
anyone
in
can
and
go. That's
edit
what I'm saying.
information, and people will
Any,
think it's factual. That was like the number one thing that they.
And this is why. And this is why.
Let me go add myself to Wikipedia.
This is why white supremacists is on the rise. The white supremacist movement is on the rise because of what they are being fed and being misled by.
Exactly, Mike. AI is terrifying. She said, I just heard DMX slipping as a blues song, and it was absolute fire. AI is terrifying.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of the artists was talking about some of the AI stuff, being able to.
That's the one I was saying about. Look, because I was talking to Gerald. He was just telling me, like, he was like, yeah, you heard the so and so, and I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. It's the Timbaland has an AI artist that's like selling, like streaming millions and close to billions of whatever songs. But I think the issue now that they're having is about like what happens. I guess if it becomes like a copyright thing. But I would assume if it's his creation and his actual songs, he would get the copyright. But then I guess it becomes a thing like, okay, what if it get like an award or something like that? And it's complete AI. It's not a person. I was like, oh wow.
They got songs on there on YouTube. They got songs on there on YouTube where they're sexual, because I found a way to get into the adult side of YouTube. Cause you know me, I'm adventurous. They got AI singing song, please don't fuck me in the ass tonight. I was like, whoa!
Get done. Paul. You put your name. Paul. So we're gonna backtrack a little bit for you because we gonna get your thoughts.
Yeah, he's shaking his head like what?
What do you feel about the Kyren Lacey situation? Also the Diddy sentencing.
Well, you know, they have been doing black men like Kyren Lacey for many, many, many years in this country. Mm-hmm. So it's nothing new. They done me to Kyren Lacey, if you want to think about it. I mean, they had that power and they be in a position to do you like that. There's a lot of men that not only had their life ruined, and women. Let's get to women because they done women too. But a lot of black people that's had their lives ruined for not doing nothing. Some got locked up and some got executed. That's just the way this country go. And then they always want to prove you innocent after the fact.
Exonerate you after you're dead.
That doesn't really do shit for your family or nobody else that really care about you. That doesn't do shit for them. Okay, yeah, so now y'all do that afterwards. But yeah, y'all knew this all along. And see, that's why I say the judicial system sucks. It sucks all the hell.
Yeah, it does.
That's why Trump is doing what he wants to do in this country, because the judicial system sucks. They are scared to stand up. So until that happens, you're going to keep seeing young black people, young black men, young black women, lives being ruined by lies by law enforcement officers. Until something changes drastically with that. It's going to keep happening. The Diddy thing is a joke. Like Q said, he shouldn't have got no less than 10 years. 4 years, shit, he been locked up for a year. And then he gonna be able to get good time, whatever he doing, bust subs or bust ass, whatever he gonna be doing there doing, rubbing baby oil on people, whatever he gonna be doing.
You know what though? Paul? You know what funny part is? I bet Johnson & Johnson would celebrate.
Didn't I just tell you was done?
Yeah, he got the Johnson baby oil bottles, but he got a special concoction. But they still gonna make him look with that baby oil inside that prison though. But yeah, I'm saying though, you gotta realize women and children have always been the least protected people in this country because white men run the country. White men use their power to beat women into submission back in the days when the women didn't want to act right. They beat them into submission, like they used to beat the slave women into submission. And then they want to have sex with kids back then. They still want to do it today. That's all they want to do is fuck little kids. So I'm saying, if you look at it, we got Sodom and Sodom. Because ain't no Sodom and Gomorrah, it's just Sodom and Sodom with these pedophile ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And until somebody get in there and change the law where women and children can be protected, they're gonna keep getting abducted, killed, abused, whatever they can get done to them. That's what's gonna keep happening to them
Yep.
because there's no laws protecting them. That's one of the things I hate most about our laws, our government, because y'all don't do nothing to protect women. Women, without women, you sorry ass men wouldn't be worth a shit. To keep it real.
Yeah,
And, and
without women, men wouldn't even be here.
yeah,
A lot of
and
people wouldn't even be here.
and you make it where it's all right. Like you slap on the wrist sentence for killing a woman, for beating on a woman. If you just beat on a woman, you kick a woman, shit, you should still get no less than 10 years because you're a fucking man. Go out here and kick and beat on a man. You have a gun with a man, but you want to beat on a woman. You bunch of damn cowards. But yeah, and then if you kill a woman, you should get a life sentence. There shouldn't be no question about that. I don't care. If your life ain't in danger, I know it's a bunch of women out here now that will put some hurting on your ass. But if your life ain't in danger by a woman just talking to you and telling you ain't shit or whatever, and you get your lazy ass up somewhere and get a job or do something with yourself, and you go off and want to beat on and all that kind of shit and end up killing her, fuck you. You need to be locked up for the rest of your life because you a motherfucking menace. You
Yeah,
know,
they made a whole show about it, Paul.
Yeah, so Puffy, I don't even want to call him Diddy, but Puffy. That's the way his ass need to be when he come up out there puffed. But Puffy got right.
He
He
said he
got off
gonna have
right.
that baboon
I'm
butt.
sorry. I did not mean to laugh. I'm so sorry.
He got off
I did.
right. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
like I said, 4 years, you getting 12 months off already.
And then he going program. He already great into a program. You know they're going to appeal it, but the program going to knock like 6 months off or
Yeah,
something like that. And I don't know exactly how to fast do that, but yeah, you going. So he probably be home in what 2? Crazy.
2 years, maybe 2 years and 2 months, 26 months, something like that, maybe. But you ain't getting no time. You just gonna be out for a while away from society. They should have hit him in the head after they hit or killed him, made him sit his ass down and think about his transgressions. Not that cause everybody can sell ass. Like I put on my post shit. Selling ass is what they've been doing for years. I mean, prostituting. So why y'all want to go to America for prostituting? Shit, they was adults. They know what they want to do. They want to go and get paid and get baby oil slapped out on them and do what they want to do on camera. That's them. But that beating on that woman was a whole nother thing. That took that whole thing to another thing. Y'all should have said, fuck the prostitution. Let's get him for assaulting this woman, kicking her
Yeah,
damn like a damn dog. That's what we should have been getting him for.
yeah, I don't think they
But yeah,
gave him the appropriate charges because that wasn't like the domestic wasn't even a part of his charges, and I think that's how he got off because they dwell so much on the beating, but you didn't have that in as far as like what he was actually charged with.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where they absolutely went wrong because when it came down for them to like do that decision, you focused so much on that and you kept showing him being abusive, but you're charging him with like sex trafficking and
he ain't
everything
get,
like that. All of that was like
he, he's not getting no pardon, J Bear. He wasn't messing with kids. He was messing with adults. Trump and them is only gonna be pardoning. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump and them don't pardon R. Kelly though, because Trump and them about kids. They not about the adult women. He like them young. They like them
he
young.
wasn't on his side when he went in because he was going for he was with the Democratic Party when he was doing his
Oh.
campaign stuff, who he was supporting. So that's why he burnt that bridge. But speaking of Trump, I've been reading and seeing some things about some changes to like healthcare, right? And I know they want to change some things as far as like the ACA and everything. And I know we touched on like the Affordable Health Care Act and everything like that. But I wanted to touch on I think we kind of touched on it kind of tonight, especially with mental health and everything being on the rise. If they change and decrease what's covered for insurance policies, so what they were saying was if they make changes and cut out some things, everybody's premium is going to go up because you still have to have insurance. So if these laws change, those of us who may have a private insurance or insurance through our employer, our premiums may triple. But certain things that's covered now may not be covered. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. And then this came from a conversation Jude and I had like offline, was the importance of just your overall health. And I think that's the part that most people aren't paying attention to when it comes to when they're speaking on what they want to change about healthcare. Like, we need it. Everybody you need to get checked out. You need to do, like you say, more and more people coming out with like Alzheimer's, dementia at a younger age, and people are sick. So what happens to people who really need their meds? Because your medicine, your premium won't go up, then you had to pay higher out of pocket for everything. So it's like I just wanted to get your views, and then I wanted to go into some other stuff about why people don't get checked out.
It's a shame that all this stuff is going up and they're taking away various coverages because pre-existing conditions, I guess that's going away. I didn't read up on the whole bill or whatever. But
not to cut you off. Let me give a quick example. I'm sorry. One of the examples was if you pay let's say you pay an $85 premium now. That $85 premium, once they finish doing everything they want to do, would be like $300 something dollars. Like if you pay $85 a month now, it would be like $300 a month. So if you were a family who made like over $80,000 a year, then if you pay $3 something now, your premium will go up to like $7 something or $800 a month. So just to give an idea of what, I'm sorry.
That sounds like that's some bullshit. Oh, okay. I paid $300 and I get charged $800.
Yeah.
No, what they saying is your premium.
Yeah, your premium. So you know what you pay a month. Like let's say if you have insurance through your job, or if you have a private insurance that you set up for yourself, and let's say your premium now is $85 a month. The laws that they're trying to put in effect will cause those premiums to increase because the employer will have to pay more, which means they're going to make you pay more, right? Or whatever. So instead of you paying 85, what those numbers are going to look like is instead of 85, you'll be paying like $325 a month.
Right.
So that's ridiculous.
They're going to quadruple it basically.
And this is all because they're trying to hide it by saying, oh, we don't want to give health insurance or benefits and have citizens paying for like illegal immigrants and all of these things. But when you have people that's here and you're withholding their visas and they've been here all of their lives and they've done everything and they actual citizens or they held a green card, okay, they can get the benefits. But doing the type of work we do, if you undocumented, certain things you just don't qualify for, and that's one of them. So I feel like you're still trying to make the citizens suffer because that's going to impact every American. And the people who going up for it is not, because think about the average household lives paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
The average household cannot afford a premium, or they are covered under the ACA, under the Affordable Care Act. So if you don't want to continue that, because soon that's supposed to expire and they really want to do away with it, but if they make changes to it, a lot of people are going to lose healthcare coverage, which is going to affect the middle, lower, and poverty, so it's,
I mean, but that was all a part of that Project 2025 anyway.
We're in it.
Right. We're in the middle of it. And they are going by that playbook. The way you curb this population.
I'm sorry. I need God to do his big one.
You need what?
Listen, hello, Palin.
I'm so sorry. I just read that.
You need to read the comments.
First of all, this is what I want to say. America, and Americans, you need a social security number to do anything.
Yep.
Damn near. And especially to get anything from the government, you need some kind of something unless they're getting something from you.
Mhm.
So if you think people are here illegally and getting anything from people who don't even want to get a citizenship, you're a fool. You're a Donald Trump damn fool.
Mm-mm.
That's true, because they don't even qualify. They can't.
Trying to tell these people something about what the Republican ass people are doing. It's like trying to put the intelligence of a brick into a rock.
Yep.
It just ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna see it until they see their own family members getting crushed by the shit.
Somebody's
I
phone
hate the people.
making
I
an
hate the people.
echo.
I hate the people ain't getting their money and not getting their paid for the work they doing. And I'm damn sure. I see they just keep reinforcing reasons for me not to be thinking about flying. They keep reinforcing that because I'm not. Ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna ever think about getting on no airplane. Y'all ain't got enough people working in these places and all these planes crashing on the ground and shit. So no, you need to go ahead. Donald Trump, you and your boys, uh, back up on some of that money y'all want to do. Leave the health care shit alone. You know why I had this so hard? Because it's Obama. 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 That's what I was going to say. I almost forgot.
Did,
Obama.
hey, Paul,
He's
did you see?
Obama. Obama. That's
You
what's
see
on his
that?
mind.
Hey,
You know
Paul,
the Chicago Matter said this motherfucker got dementia. He said it live on TV. That
yeah,
motherfucker, he got
but,
some
but,
balls. He
but
said this motherfucker got
hey, hey,
dementia. He said,
First
did you
of
fuck
all,
him.
see? Did you see?
look
Did you
at that
see when
motherfucking message.
when? Did you see when Trump was up there talking to the military generals, right? And then he was talking about how he walks down the stairs. I walk very slowly, you know. But Obama, he just bippity boppity 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 boppity, he walks with a rhythm. And I was like, why are you telling the military generals about how a person that you actually hate walks? Why?
He's infatuated. He's infatuated with him.
Yes,
He
yes,
went away. He said Obama Hussein. No, what he said Barack Hussein Obama. He said
right,
he might need to be indicted and shot. I said this mother here crazy. And I
right.
mean these people go along with it. They going along with this. I mean, what can you do but just look at them and hope that shit just hold on to election time and get half they over and not all of them, but if you don't get all of them out there, at least get over half their asses up out there so the rest of them they can go ahead and get rid of this motherfucker here. Cause he gotta come out.
I
Ain't no, they ain't
think
gonna let nobody
And,
kill him.
and,
They ain't gonna let nobody kill him. It ain't been an assassination. There ain't been a president killed in America in a minute. Now, there's been a few attempts, but there ain't been one killed in a while. So now they ain't gonna let Teflon Donnie go out like that. They probably gonna let old age take his ass out because every day you can just see him fading away. That damn dementia eating his ass up, like the mayor said. That shit eating his ass up alive. He don't know what the fuck he doing. I know he's fucking up the country. He's done that.
okay,
Yeah.
well, let me read some of the comments real quick,
Yeah,
okay?
read the comments. They
Let
funny.
me read the- Okay, so I'm gonna go back some. Um, y'all want me to do all of them or just
Yeah, read them all. Read them all.
all of them? Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the beginning, and that this covers when we was talking about Kyren Lacey. We talked about Diddy. We talked about the judicial system, mental illness, and all of that stuff. Okay, so Jabez said hello, fam. Miss Jude, Mr. Paul, Q, and Coco said hello. Then get ready for what? I don't know. Then Datrix said hello, everyone, and then I said hey. And then Jabez said, I think the system should do. I read that one, the evaluation part. Then Mikey said, innocent until proven guilty doesn't always apply to everyone. That's the sad part. And then I said, hey, Mikey, with a heart emoji. And then Jabez said, that's why I'm leaving social media. The part we was talking about social media. That's why I'm leaving social media soon. Um, or that stupid AI stuff. And then he was talking to Jude. He says, there's no more of that, Jude. I don't know what that was about. And then he said yes. And then he said, like I said, they have him in there for that trial for Pac in Vegas. It has more charges coming. Wait and see. I don't know. That ain't even no. Then he said it's the system that's corrupt and they need to revise the laws. And then that's what Mikey said. I just heard DMX flipping as a blues song and it was absolute fire. AI is terrifying. Then J Bay said, I want to learn how to use AI. Then Mikey said, Hey Coco. I said, Hey Pooh. Then J Bay said, Did you see Tupac and Michael Jackson? He was talking about that's the AI videos. That was doing that part. And then he said the system laws are for the whites. But when crime comes to blacks, we don't have laws. We already guilty. And then Fallon said, Hey yo. And then she said, Speak it, Paul, speak it. And then I said, Hey boo. And then J Bear said Puffy is going to get a pardon. And then he said Orange peeling is going to release him from jail. And then Fallon said, I just need God to do his big one. I am so sick of that man. LOL. And then J-Bay said, I'm tired of orange peeling too. And then Daytrick blessed us and said, the judicial system has various tools to address the needs of mentally ill individuals who are falsely accused, including mental health diversion programs for treatment and case dismissal, competency evaluations to ensure they can participate in their defense, protection under the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, and the ability to request an insanity defense if mental illness impaired judgment at the time of the alleged crime. However, these protections can be challenging to navigate. And then Jabez said, I want to say something about that one too. Jabez said he's just jealous that the world loves Obama. And then Daytrick also said, can a mentally ill person be held accountable for a criminal act? Question mark. Defendants who are accepted into mental health court program are still held accountable for their crimes and can receive jail sentences. Well, JB, I did read it correctly. You just don't type correctly. Don't tell me what to read correctly. Thank you.
Also, Daytrick, did you have a keyboard or is you just typing with your two fingers like that? Because that was a lot.
So the part about the first one that when he said the judicial system has various tools, before you can get to those tools, I think the issue comes in one, mental illness does not have a look. So we've seen a lot of times where force is used instead of de-escalation when people are in a mental health crisis, which happens when a lot of people commit these crimes. So in order to get for them to use the tools, they got to make it to court. And a lot of these people lose their life before they can even, do those things. But I think it's more to come with the judicial system when it comes to these programs that you're talking about, because even doing the type of work that I do, we don't always feel like there are enough resources. And then even still, when people who are in prison, they don't always take them through those channels before they even prep for their case, released into the streets, and anything like that. So people just look, once you have a record or if you're a criminal, they look at you as a criminal, especially if you're brown or black. So I don't know, but it depends on the situation. But what I see a lot of times is they don't have enough de-escalation training when it comes to somebody having an episode. Um, that's all I had on that. I think Jude reading again. 'Cause she was like,
Because I didn't read, I didn't go through the whole thing because I was reading it all the way through.
yeah.
Um,
Because in order to be able to request an insanity defense, they have to say that you're in sound mind. But what about the people who are in an episode who get murdered or who are abused and all of those things? So a lot of times you got to get to that point, and then you have a lot of out people that's sitting in general population that's batshit crazy.
yeah, mental illness. That's a you know, that's kind of tough for real. Because like that young having a disability or being mental ill, like that young lady who they locked up. What she get locked up for? She stole something.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember her name, but I know which one you're talking about.
Generally, like a person would know better, but does she understand? Like I got a cousin that I know she know better with things, but at the same time, she's not like at her level of comprehension of some things, you know. And um I know that's they two different things, having a disability and mental, but people get tried wrong for because they all kind of categorized and to me in the same kind of thing, because it's all misread. You can fake a mental illness. People like to play crazy, but motherfuckers really do be having shit wrong with them. And snap is a thing, you know, like people reach like a breaking point and just lose their goddamn mind. Sometimes resulting in killing themselves. You know, I stopped saying like, you know, judging certain types of parents, not all, because I'm going to judge some of you motherfuckers. I don't understand. But I seen how I grew up with a lot of single mother friends, and I seen how it was like to see a mother like completely lose her mind. So, like in today's age, where we saying like mothers like just like unaliving their children, and people be like, I don't see how you can do that. That's you know you carry the kid because motherfuckers reach a breaking point, like a point and snap. I think that should be taken into account a bit, like more in like what is consideration.
Because
What's that
Taking
lady's
more into
name?
postpartum is
consideration,
real.
like
What was that lady's
yeah.
name in Houston that snapped and killed the kids, drowned the kids in the bathtub? Like I think she had 4 or 5 kids. She was in Houston.
I saw that when I just saw that today. I think she just had something going on, but I think what people make light of is that a lot of women experience postpartum depression and don't realize
Yeah,
that they experience
but
Yeah.
you know what though?
postpartum.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? She had those kids back to back to back to back, and that would that be a contributing factor? You think?
Yeah, somebody need to
It
get
can
either
be.
a hysterectomy or a vasectomy. Cause
Right.
both of y'all, like these
No,
Yeah.
but
fucking
you
kids,
also gotta understand.
Dang, every time he played the drums,
get
he
one of
kicked
the ectomies. Shit.
No, but even still, the woman's body, your hormones, when you have a baby, even though my oldest two are back to back, right? Um, and a lot of things I didn't realize the changes that your body go through. I was also young, and a lot of times we don't understand certain things if you are really not knowledgeable. That's why I think awareness and like conversations like this is important,
Right.
because not only do you go, some people experience the postpartum depression, your hormones are all over the place. Now you never know, everybody's baby is not 100% healthy. You don't know if that baby gonna have colic. You don't know if that baby not latching, and then certain things that she's not getting no sleep. So it can be a possible buildup. And then you have some people that may have a flawless pregnancy, may not experience that, and can manage their emotions. But it also depends on also the support system. Everybody doesn't have that. So granted, we can say, oh, well, people need to stop having kids, but it's both parties are should be held responsible, but at the same time, instead of condemning those who do have the children, and you never know what their beliefs are or whatever, it's just being aware and
Get on
understanding.
birth control. If you tired of the first two, kids are bad. Listen, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say with the for the person with no kids. You have your one. That be you know that one. Then you have another. That's a whole nother personality on top of your personality. Then you have another one. That's a whole nother personality dealing with that personality. And then now you're dealing with all this. That, and then sometimes kids be fucking bad. I have been around some people kids, but I don't want to come around y'all because your fucking kid is bad and you have no control over that. I don't feel like dealing with that shit because I be want to knock your goddamn kid out.
But let me also say this: I was in a meeting, and a good thing came up when we was talking about like mental illness. When it comes to just because you have a two-parent home or both parents are involved, you still have a single parent because some parents are still doing it all, even if they have someone.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter the situation. I think the important part is it's all about balance. It's all about awareness. And then when we talk about resources and tools, instead of like judging them, point them in the right direction to get the help that they need. Because there are programs that can offer support if they don't have that strong balance of a support system. I think part of it is a lack of understanding. And then when you're trying to do what you know you're supposed to do, it can be overwhelming. And I think a lot of people don't understand when they're at that point, because all that they know is they got to keep going and keep going. So then when you have so many people that may be like, well, just done, da, da, da. Like I said, you don't know what their moral beliefs are. Some people don't believe in it. It's a lot of people that don't believe in birth control. A lot.
I want to ask a question.
No,
I
I'm just
want to
saying
ask a question because I don't know.
this.
Yeah, because I don't know. I want to ask a question to y'all, you and Judy. I want to ask a question to y'all about the postpartum thing. Okay, now
Oh, I don't know.
okay, 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 uh, Coco. So now let's say, okay,
I
you
ain't had
have
one
one
either.
child. You have one child, and you
Mhm.
don't have no other child for a while, and then you're going through the postpartum, but you might have somebody there with you. You might not, but you go through the postpartum, and then you have another child. It might be a year or so after the first child, but you have another child, and you don't have another child within a year of that, and you go through the postpartum. So
Mhm.
okay, I can see that, but I'm saying, what if you have a child, and then right behind that child you have another child without going through the postpartum, then you have another child right behind that one without going through postpartum, and another child right behind that one without going through postpartum. When is that postpartum gonna come out through in there somewhere? Is that gonna would that be a contributing factor to snapping? Like you say, the parents drowning, the mother drowning kids in the bathtub and all that stuff. Will that build up postpartum not being released? Could that be built up? I think I'm asking that right. I don't know.
It's a hit or miss. It can be, and it's a case by case thing. But we also have to understand a lot of women don't know your body don't fully go back to normal until like 4 or 5 years after you have a baby. And so you may think it's that, like I said, even people who are in committed relationships that may seem like they're great, the woman can still be doing it all herself and be going through what she's going through. It could be when people snap, it could, one of us could snap today or tomorrow right now. You just never know what people are encompassing in their everyday life. We're looking at the baby aspect, but you gotta understand if she's working, if she's being a mom, you never know if the family got something going on. She could be a caregiver, she could just be really managing, and it may look like she's managing it well, but internally she could be really spiraling and not know it. That's why I wanted to have the conversation about like healthcare and with mental health, because a lot of us don't understand when we are overwhelmed or when enough is enough. That's the conversation that need to be had. You can't take accountability if you don't know what you're feeling or what's going on with you. If you don't know what to look for, it may look different in me than you. You have people with no children that snap because of life, because of shit going on. Everybody is a situation away, to me, from snapping. You can just lose it. Some people never have an episode in their life, and you could be 40, and then all of a sudden you just go batshit crazy. It happens to anybody, not just women with children. It can happen to anybody.
Yeah,
So when
that's
we
true.
look at people, and again, we can say, at what point do you stop? I get it, because I caught myself saying it, but then even doing the type of work that I do and different things, different people really do have different beliefs and different religious backgrounds or certain things. And that's well within their right. Who are we to judge? We only thing we can do is offer them other alternatives to try to delay, you know what I mean, something else, and let them know this can be another preventative measure. But unless you go and talk to someone like me or your healthcare provider or your OBGYN or your therapist, your psychiatrist, you won't know what those tools are. That's why healthcare is important, and that's why people should take advantage. A lot of people have health insurance that don't go to the doctor, so you don't know what those resources are. Honestly, I would say after my firstborn, I went through postpartum depression a year after having her. Yeah, it can happen at any time. 'Cause I think I had it with my oldest, and I didn't know. It was so later on in life when I had to, you look back and like, oh shit, I was going through it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when you see these moms just looking crazy, like they going through it, they probably really going through it. Instead of talking about them, pray for them, or don't judge them. Alamont. Any more questions?
I think that was a good question because I mean, but see, that's something that men need to learn about too as well about women, so they be able to kind of like recognize it too. When if you were a woman and she done had your child or with y'all together, and she get the going through the postpartum thing, you ain't recognizing, you just trying to talk shit to her instead of you know understand what's going on. They need to be. That's something that dudes could teach the men. They need to have male dudes to teach men about stuff like that.
Yeah. Fallon said that's why we need the fathers. Going back to the in service I just recently had at work. It was a gentleman that led the in service, and a lot of times people be in marriages and still be a single parent. You know what I mean? Because you may have that parent that's like, oh, I'm making the money, I'm doing this, but you may have this woman, she may have a job, she's coming home, she's still taking care of the kids, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's doing everything. Because some homes, in some households, they feel like that's the woman's role. So that's gonna be her role. So and it could be looked at like she's a single mom, but I think it comes a point where I think it's just the no signs of exhaustion, or when like just say, hey babe, let me give you a break. Even down to like our kids, like if your kid got a bunch of kids and like I just need a break, they might need it, or you might end up like some of the people that's we seeing now that's killing their kids because they just need a break.
That be the problem. Nobody really take it serious until a person really reach that point. People can literally be crying out for help in front of people's face, and people literally just like. And some people, and I don't get it twisted. Some people can't help. You feel me? But you got people that have put themselves in a position to make a person's situation worse than better, knowing they already going through something. Somebody has said something about having a kid and then having more kids or something, right? And I know that big mess, that long message wasn't necessarily about kids. The kids was, I think the mother thing was just a topic, but on that, um when you that's just like, all right, people having multiple baby mamas and baby daddies, because I want to use that on both ends, because a lot of people equate one worse more than the other, but I feel like it's a headache on both ends, because as a man, you got multiple baby mothers, you can't take care of this kid, why you gonna go out here and have another kid by somebody else you can't take care of, and then another one, and then be mad because these women want you to help them take care of your responsibility. But at the same time, as a woman, you shouldn't have multiple shit baby daddies. In my opinion, it's more of acceptable in my on my eyes than a man having shit a bunch of shit baby mothers. But as a woman, I don't understand how you can have multiple shit baby daddies. At least have one and then learn your lesson. Have a good one, then probably have one in the middle that's kind of fucked up if you're gonna have multiple. But like if you got the first one already kind of fucked up, to be honest, I wouldn't have another one till I'm ready for real. No, you the one fucking one. None of no shit happened. But there are ways to not get pregnant. If somebody echoing. We got echoing. I hate echoing. Yeah, man. Like
I
it's
think
it's 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 about accountability. You talk
yeah,
about that all the time. A fucking
accountability.
accountability instead
It
of
is.
pointing the blame at everybody. Like
But I think that's a different conversation when because
wait a minute before you say
no, no,
that.
people should wait. Yeah, but I think a different conversation when we talk about getting to know who we having kids with. I think a lot of people don't understand the importance of that, and so they think that people don't understand love and lust are different. So you may have this. They may think that they're in love, and oh, we gonna be, and then all of a sudden, then boom, then because it seems like soon as the woman gets pregnant, all these problems come, and then everything just seems to go downhill, and you think that you had this forever person, and that person may not be forever, and I think and
Bad meat
I'm
management.
not speaking from experience. I only had one baby daddy, but I probably you know should have chilled out. But I mean, that's a whole nother story. But again, it goes with the whole not really getting to know who you with when you see people with 4, 5, or 6 baby fathers. And some people like, oh, I just fall in love quick. Well, maybe you might want to go see somebody about why is it that you fall in love quick, because then it's something else. Because some people have internal issues and traumas that they don't realize they have, and unfortunately, children get made because of it. That either can't be cared for or end up being hurt. But real quick, I ain't gonna say the name to this comment, but because I just wanted to give a piece of advice. They said my daughter, I think she's going through it now. If she is, the best advice you can have her do or you can do with her is have her speak to her primary care doctor or her GYN, and they can refer her to someone because they can assess her primarily, put a base questions or whatever, and then refer her to someone to help her through that process and give her the resources that she may need for her situation. That's all I got.
Yeah. Phelan said, that's why we need the fathers.
Take your ass.
And then Phelan said, girl. And then she said, yes. And then Mikey Cox said, it's bad beat management on both sides.
It is. But I think that another issue, Drew made a good point. When it comes to the multiple kids being born, yes, women, we do get the bulk of the flack. You hear women getting trashed for having multiple baby fathers. But I think it should be even on both sides, because why are guys out here? Don't you think at some point you would be either let me put something up on it or let me not do this, but you just eating up and everything too? So I think everybody just needs to be educated and really take their body seriously. And I think the other piece is a lot of people don't understand it's not good on your body. It's not good on your body.
See, what people don't realize is that
Sorry, y'all. My girlfriend that came in here drunk. Her drunk
Hey,
ass.
let me see drunkness.
Drunk ass. No, you're not getting the camera.
Oh, real quick, happy heavenly birthday to my grandmother, my baby birthday.
Happy heavenly birthday. She's doing great.
Yes.
Blessed gift of life day. And I can't get my phone to stand up.
You know what's up?
No, the back to that topic. And I read that when a man ejaculates in a woman, long after it's either drained out or turned to a baby, whatever, the human body, her body stores that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow. No wonder why they act kind of crazy with the baby father. You know what I'm saying? Now, one child that I do have, me and her are estranged. We don't talk. We haven't talked for 10 years. She decided to walk away, let her go. She's an adult. If she wants to come back, she'll come back. If not, okay. All right, that's your decision. I'm living my life. I'm trying to do what I gotta do. I'm not gonna hold your hand. But it's just now people are fucking different. They are hypersexed. It's like you can't even get to know a woman anymore without, hey, what you doing? What you doing tonight, girl? What you doing tonight? What's your name? Yeah, you looking all caramel, delicious, and everything. They running game on the chick, right? And she gives him the number. She gives him the number. And what's the first thing he trying to do? He trying to fuck. That's all it is. That's all it is. We've been programmed. We have been programmed. That's all we care about is we are being treated like farm animals. Okay, breeding. Every song that you hear now, no, I want to jump up bones. I want to have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, whatever happened to old school R&B? Whatever happened to that? When you got to know a person. Nowadays, these motherfuckers just they just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's why our society's all fucked up as it is.
And there's so much disease being spread because
Yeah.
nobody talks about that. Everybody want to do it, but
What's
nobody
the
wants to
question?
talk about. He's just talking about generally like how in society it promotes the sex
Okay.
and multiple sex acts,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like people pretty much thinking like, hey, it's okay, and then but nobody tells the woman or the young girl, okay, yeah, you're doing this, but how to take care of your body? Do you take probiotics? You know, when you have unprotected sex and you have multiple partners, you're more susceptible to BV because really men give it to women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeast infections, all of that stuff can happen because you got all of this stuff going on up in your body and you're not eating right. And half of them don't have a good diet, and especially a lot of these cute girls met some little dirty boys, and then it's like he dirty, you dirty, y'all just smacking dirt. Like I mean,
Little Miss Dirty Booty. Hey,
you know,
little
so
Dirty Booty.
it comes a lot, and I think nobody talks about um the responsibility. That's the part that nobody talks about. This responsibility of being sexually active, like the outcomes and things like that. So I think those are the important conversations and the importance of going to have your like again another offline conversation we had, like getting your yearly checkups or 6 month checkups, making sure you get your GYN check. Even guys, making sure just because she cute don't mean she good. Like making sure you get your blood
Go
work done.
get your
All
balls
that,
checked. Check
yeah,
your
like
balls.
you can't. You listen. I could tell stories for days. And
Two dirty booties getting together. Well, they become a dirty ass.
if you don't go to the doctor, go. If you have not seen a doctor in a minute, go. At least get your blood work done. No, don't know something until it's too late, and then now you known as the person that's out here giving people everything because you ain't go get yourself checked out, so you don't know where you got it from because you just going from person to person. So, yeah.
And
There's a
I'm telling you,
movie.
they out here eating, button all that stuff and all that crazy shit. Ain't no way in the hell.
Mm-mm.
Ain't no way in
Can I
the
say
hell
something?
you gonna have your mouth on
It's the
somebody's
men.
butt.
It's the men because I hear y'all, but I'm trying. Wait a minute, my son right there. Y'all go.
Eating butt give you pink
He
eye.
They gonna give you a brown face too.
some men, I mean, some men lead with that. And it's like, you just going around just doing that to everybody. Because if you just said that to me, I know you said it to somebody else. So I say
Yeah.
that to say, like, I don't know when that became the it thing, but I guess it's the it thing to do these days because that's the first thing they ask to do. Or
Yeah,
they
Apparently,
you
it's
gotta be
been the
careful.
it thing.
You
It
gotta,
just now out in the opening.
Fuck
you gotta
that.
be careful when you
Well,
have over your house for dinner.
wrote a song about it. Wrote a song about it. Wanna hear? Here it go. Cause man, this is what I'm saying. Dudes out here eating ass, right? And they proud. They are proud to do this. I'm like, dude. I'm like, look. Do you
Yeah.
actually know what is in fecal matter? They think it's just undigested food. I'm like, no. Your cells, dead cells, other waste, bacteria, E. coli lives there especially. And once E. coli gets in your bloodstream, it's lights out. You're gonna die.
I was gonna keep them.
You're gonna die. So I'm like, right. What I'm like, why are people out here going crazy over eating ass? Doesn't it make your breath stink?
I hope they're not eating dirty ass.
Look, all ass is dirty. Okay, I don't give a damn how many times you watch.
How do they know?
All
Yeah,
ads
some
is
people
dirty.
be.
I agree with you. Hey,
Yeah,
I
like,
agree.
no, but I'm saying it. I'm trying to tell you.
Cause look,
No.
you may take a shower. You may take a shower and clean the hole and clean everything. But then when you eat, you fart, you just polluted the ass.
Why you always gotta give a visual?
I'm just saying.
Why
People
you
need that.
always-
People need a visual description
Paul
because
is
they don't know
excellent.
what the hell. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They need a visual description. Look, I'm trying to help them change their behavior.
I'm gonna tell you. When I say it's mainly men, because I'm telling you, if you knew how many guys will slide in a female DM and don't know them from Adam and just be like, "Can I eat your ass?"
Yeah.
And you be
Well,
like,
must
"Wait,
have hold on and saying yes then.
what?"
God,
And then you
that's
did
dead.
you be like, "So you just
Hey, I can
Not eating
create a
no
site
ass.
called
me
dookielickers.com.
either."
I'm not
Yeah.
eating no ass. I don't give a shit.
I
I
don't
ain't
either.
eating no ass.
I have
Hell
boundaries.
no.
I definitely have boundaries
There's 2 inches
around it.
Oh,
between
that's your thing
pleasure
over
and
there.
poop. There's 2
That's your thing.
inches.
That's for my.
There are 2 inches between pleasure and poop. Okay.
But some
I
people
rather
like to have it done though. So
man
I have to go.
look. As much porn as I watch, okay, and I've
Here we
seen
go.
I've seen this before, and I'm like, I just fast forward because I don't want to see nobody eating dookie. I don't care how clean the chick is.
Yeah,
And the
they be
chick
going
doing
for the best.
the chick doing the dude. I was like, now you know that motherfucker took a shit before he came on set. He didn't wipe his ass. And you up here licking dookie. Spitting in his ass. Why?
You watched
Why
it. You
you
watched
doing
it. You
it?
know what they doing. You didn't watch a little bit of
Oh,
it
he was
because you
getting
know what
paid.
they did.
Yeah, because it appeared on my TV, and I was
I
like,
thought we was
this
talking
is
about the guys doing
the
shit.
salad.
You talk
J-Man,
about the other one.
J-Man,
Oh,
J-Man, it's called the
that,
salad.
ooh.
Look, I don't want nothing to do with that salad. That shit stink. That
Oh,
salad stink.
oh boy.
I'm
Oh.
good.
Hey, that's why my ass ain't never ever in the history of ever going to jail or prison. Nope.
And they,
Look who telling on themselves.
Who telling themselves? I'm telling y'all the truth. Fuck
He's
that.
talking about it's called the salad.
Yeah, that's what it's called though. Hell, there was an HBO special
No,
years ago
but
about.
he's telling you that's what you need to call it because you
No.
keep
I ain't calling it shit. I'm calling it dookieliquor.com. Okay, that's for these people that are sodomites. They're sodomites.
a Q. Do me a favor.
What
Ask Jude about the Ravens.
about the what?
You know what? Fuck. Listen, regardless of what happened to the Ravens or how bad we look this season, I'm a diehard Ravens fan. Where's my flag? It's hanging up.
You know
It's still Baltimore versus all you whores.
That's losing.
Look, I
It's
can't.
still
I can't.
Baltimore versus.
I can't talk. I
Where
can't
is my
talk.
Ravens hat?
No, y'all
Give me my
got
super
their
hat.
head.
Give me a super hat.
44 that got blown out. Listen,
Hey, give
you
me a
remember
super
when
hat.
we start the show? Remember how we used to start the show and she used to have
You see my nails? You see my
and then-
nails?
hold on, and then she
You
looked,
see they still
she
there.
put my hand up.
It's still there. It's still there.
No.
Hold on. She getting my super
No.
suit right now. She
No.
is getting my. Do not boo the Ravens. Do not boo the Ravens, Brooklyn.
Them. Because listen, she will open up the show with a Ravens shirt, the Ravens flag, everything Ravens. Look, she tried to hide it. She got
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Hold up. Now she like, babe, bring me my stuff.
She had to bring me my super suit. She had to bring me my super suit.
Yes, I came up. Boo, Wayne, don't do
No,
nothing.
there's a flag on there.
Them Patriots look good though.
Fight them Patriots.
The Patriots.
Fight them Patriots. Hello?
Fuck the Jets. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck the
We Miami,
Steelers.
we already know they ain't shit.
Yeah,
We
Paul,
scored
you don't be
17
so Paul.
points
You
in
ain't
the
talking
first
no shit. So y'all all right. Y'all all right. Yeah.
First of all,
Alright.
first of all, say,
we know we some bullshit.
first of all, you. I'm glad you said that other team instead of my team. Let's get that out of the way, right? First and foremost.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
what's your team again? The
What's your team? The Raisins. Baltimore
God damn,
Raisins.
your team don't matter to me so much. I don't even remember that goddamn name.
That's because your ass is high. You gotta stop smoking that shit.
No, I'm just tripping because she used to start, repping. These last
I know.
Look, she been had to say, babe, can you bring me?
She typed. Look, she had an Excel spreadsheet. She said at 9:30, I'm gonna pull out my hat.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me give that a link.
Don't worry.
I'm about to
Next week I will not
do.
disappoint. I'm gonna make me a shirt just cause it's gonna say the hell with all. I'm gonna put. You know what? You know what?
Where the link at? No, I gotta give J Bad a
I'm
link
a
because we get ready to have a whole conversation because I'm gonna
J
tell
Bear.
y'all about
No, J Bear.
Nope.
Stay where the hell you at. Stay
Nope.
where the hell
We
you at.
ain't coming.
Let me, because as soon as he get up here, I got a story to tell. Hold on. Boom. Rich, please let him in expeditiously because listen.
No.
Somebody say, why every time y'all start losing Lamar and Dumper?
Because he don't want to take the blame, but he taking the blame and that motherfucking coach.
Oh my
But
God.
it is what it is, you know.
Oh my God. I'm hollering. I was like, she had on Scarface today. Last week she had on Earth Tones.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I'll be back. I'll be saving my purple for Purple Fridays at work.
Hold up. I'm telling y'all going gag when I tell y'all. I just want him to click that link I sent to his phone real quick. Because I'm telling you.
Don't click that link.
Remember, I'm going to just give y'all
Don't
this
click.
leeway. Every time J-Bag come in the chat, he always be like Ravens Nation, Ravens this, Ravens that. I'm just noticing if you in the chat on Facebook, y'all don't see Ravens nada. Nothing.
Because we losing. We ain't ashamed to say it. We look bad right now. But you know what? We live to play another day. You know.
But it's supposed to be
fucked
die
up,
hard.
man.
But you supposed to be die hard though. Like
I am a diehard.
no,
I
I ain't
just
talking
we
about
just
you. I'm talking about him. No, come on up here. Yes, please hurry up and click the link.
Yeah, because I got something to say. Yeah, wait, come up, bring your ass up here.
You better look. Hold on. I can't wait. Hurry up and get up here.
I'm making me a Raven shirt to
She's
say
probably thinking twice.
Ravens.
We got
Us,
the
none of
Giants in the
them.
building. The Giants in the building.
Listen. That's the team we shall not talk about the Giants. Oh, I dang! See, you made me say the name. I was acting like I didn't know who they was.
You ain't got dementia yet. You ain't got dementia yet.
The
You
study
already
showed
know
it.
what it is. A B C D G
You know what?
I A N T S. Giants.
You know what? You know what? You know what, Rich? Whatever team you like to, F your team too.
Damn.
I don't even know who this team is. I know that's what happens when they be losing. They all get in their feelings like that. But when they win and they can't shut the hell up.
At least we don't exempt. We mad at the team. I still don't like the other teams. I don't change. I still love my team. I still don't like the other team. I ain't even listen. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't even just because we losing. I'm only watching, and then I ain't watching nothing else. I don't know what nobody else stats is. I don't care. I know we losing. That's a diehard fan there. When we win, I play again. But fuck football right now. We losing.
Yeah, because it's like 2, 3 weeks ago, y'all was going to the Super Bowl. That's what I
Yeah,
was saying.
yeah.
It was
We
all
ain't
good
we
a
can't
week ago.
In my
we.
DM, hitting my phone, talking mad trash.
That's all right.
And
I don't
that's
think
why
It
it's
was
that's
all
why
good a week ago.
friend. This is my accountability. I feel like I don't think we going this year, but next year, you know, it's all right. It's
That
all right, y'all.
depends on if
All right,
y'all
It's
keep
all right.
going for
all right, I'm gonna just tell y'all since I don't want to hit the
But
link
the
because we know
Giants fucking suck. Wait a minute, hold on. Before you say something, the Giants suck too. So I really
it. Yeah,
don't. I
I know
really,
we suck.
yeah, y'all suck. So we don't give a shit about the Giants. No, y'all did. Y'all won in the little rascals. The little Giants running. Not in the little
Uh,
rascals. The little
yeah,
Giants. Yeah.
never
yeah. We
going to
won.
the Super Bowl. Never. Not looking like that. Came out what you
No,
saying. We
because
never won.
I'm gonna tell
That's
you
all right.
why. I'm gonna tell you why we look the way we do, and it's been going on for 3 years now, and I'm sick of it.
First,
But
first of all,
y'all was better than
my
y'all
sister.
did last
It,
season,
it,
though.
it's that motherfucking coach. Okay, he can't coach his way out of a fucking paper bag. Okay.
Brooklyn, we don't care about y'all goddamn Super Bowls. Brooklyn is.
Oh God, that's all you know is Brooklyn. It's 5 fucking boroughs.
No,
5.
that's my sister name. Akima is Brooklyn. That's what I'm talking to in the comments because she
Oh,
over here talking about her team, but I don't give a shit about none of them New York teams. Y'all got too many teams.
She mad. She big mad too.
I saw Q go
Listen.
back on me. She from New York too. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know how
Oh,
y'all New Yorkers are.
oh, hold on.
Uh,
Why Paul got them shades on? Paul, you is too slick for me. Where you going? Where you? Paul is too cool for me.
I was a little bit too far away to go get my hat since everybody had their hats. So I just grabbed my glasses. You see the dolphin right there on the side of
Oh, that's why you had the profile. Oh,
them. Yeah.
oh my God. But hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all before we run out of time. Oh, Rich, can you let J Bad in so I can expose him real quick?
J
Dang.
Bear, stay away. Don't click the
Uh-oh.
button, J Bear.
I got proof,
Uh-oh.
and I
Uh-oh.
told y'all. I tried to told y'all. I told y'all.
Uh-oh.
Told y'all.
Well,
Rich. Rich went to the bathroom again. Rich went to it.
this making a mistake.
So, well, anyway, while we waiting for him, because I don't want to run out of time, because I know he gonna try to get up here and act like it wasn't, and I got the messages to prove it.
let
So,
him in at 10:01 after the show goes off.
so anyway, so y'all know J Bad's allegedly a huge Ravens fan. Again, comment section, y'all see how he come up, and then he be always having a little Ravens as his name, right? Sunday, picture it. So you know the Ravens lose how they lost, and then of course you know the best sport was the night the 8 o'clock game, and you know we won. The big Patriots won. I get a good message from Mr. J. Bear Jackson. We won. What? Who is we? You was not no Patriot fan. How about no? I was cheering real loud for them. Don't try to get over here.
Exactly, J Bob. I'm so disappointed in you. How could you?
Look
Oh,
at him.
there you go.
No, you wasn't. You can change your name right now because I'm about to expose you. Because he was just how bad. Let me tell you. Come on, Patriot Killer. No, he not. Because he was just rooting for them. And then was like, I was in here cheering so loud for them to win. I really wanted to see them win. And see how you get up here and fake the funk. And I told you I was going to expose you for being a fake Ravens fan. And you low key love the Patriots for real. Because you sat there, was big giving them props too.
I feel
We
like you
won.
read his message wrong. I think he was saying he really was rooting for them to lose, and he just see that they won.
Hold on, Jude. Hold on.
I
I
got the
was
message, so
really
don't act like that. I
okay.
shared it.
You can show your message. You can show your message. But like I said, yeah, I was. rooting for the Patriots to win that game that day.
No,
I
that,
was rooting for y'all. I
no,
knew we was look, but I'm gonna tell you
no.
one thing though. We won in
I
four,
was
right? You
cheering.
right.
I was cheering.
We won in
Don't
four.
try to jump on the
But y'all
ship
know the
now.
Ravens came
I
back.
stayed on that ship. Who says that? That's the
Okay.
Ravens fan. Nobody. And I said,
I was
not for the
cheering. Look,
Patriots.
I was
You said yes. I was mad, but I knew we wasn't going to win. I said, yeah, y'all look terrible.
We did. We did. Ain't no denying it.
Yeah, we did. But I didn't never say we was gonna win that game anyway. Well, I knew we had injuries. I knew we got injuries.
Okay, but the Ravens. I
But
mean, the
then
Ravens wasn't in Baltimore when I became a Patriot fan. Bledsoe was their coach. The Ravens ain't come till like way after when I
yeah,
started getting hurt. So that was the first team I was
but
going
check this
for.
out, Coco. Check this
It
out,
was during the
Coco.
time when we lost. Well, that team crept out in the middle of the night.
Y'all ain't have a team for some years. There wasn't no team here.
We still have the Colts. Colts, we
No,
still
you
got
didn't.
them
It
championships
was
over
gone.
there.
You don't
That's
listen.
our championships.
You don't listen. That's just
That's
like
our
I'm saying.
championships.
Fuck the
But
coach.
let me let me clear up the air for you a minute. Remember, Philadelphia lost 1-4, but they came back and won the what? Super Bowl, right? We got two games coming up. Yeah, we got two games coming up. We got time. We got time. But now that you talk about them Patriots, watch they lose their next game.
You want to bet?
Oh yeah, I'll bet you.
Okay.
I'll bet you right now that y'all gonna lose that next game. And
Look at
so
that.
far, Mr. Giants, the Giants got their little.
You know, you said the same thing last week, and then you hit my phone talking about I was cheering. So you sure you want to stick
Look,
to
I
that
knew we
statement?
was
You
gonna lose
After
that game. I
Giants.
knew we. Look,
F,
I said we
after
gonna lose that
Patriots.
game. I ain't never
After
said we
no,
was gonna
Steelers.
win it.
you've been saying every week up here. See, it's
After
funny how
Eagles.
you be on social media. You're a Ravens
But you
fan.
gotta have
Ravens
faith in
fan.
your team. I got faith
You
in my team.
don't. You don't.
I got faith in
Though
my
you don't.
team.
No, you don't. That's why I'm what your message has said.
All right.
No,
Well, let's look. We
no,
just
no.
signed one of Philadelphia
There, there,
defense guys.
there's a reason. See, like JB, like I'm telling you, there's a reason why the Giants aren't doing shit this year. Okay.
They not.
Number
They lost
one,
wins. They lost Wichita.
it ain't just neighbors.
It ain't just
In
that.
Brooklyn, we getting a new coach. We getting a new coach.
Y'all need a
That
We
new
coach
coach.
are.
that we got, that dude is ass. Okay. First and foremost, I noticed, because I go to games every year up at MetLife. I'm watching the sidelines. I fuck the game. I know the game's going on. I'm watching the sidelines, fourth quarter. I was noticing he lost the locker room 2 years ago when he was walking up to players and players just walking away from him. So I was like, yeah, he's losing that locker room. Because that was the year Wink Martindale left because he couldn't work with Dayball. Now, Dayball's play calling. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. J-Bear, what do you do in a situation? 3rd and 1. Do you A, run the ball? Do you B, do a quarterback sneak? Do you C, throw out to a flat? Go out to the flat. Or do you D, run a fucking flea flicker?
I'm not J Bear, but I don't know what the Giants would do, but the Ravens would do all of the above. It depends on who we playing.
We gonna
No.
take that. We gonna take
Right.
that.
You're going to run the
We
ball,
gonna
right?
take
I like
that.
how you saved them
You're
though.
going to run the ball. You're going to run the
We
ball,
gonna
right?
run the ball.
Thank you.
You
That
gonna
part.
run it.
Now, hold up. Now, peep this logic. This was last year at the game in Germany. Last year when we played Carolina. This asshole ran a fucking flea flicker on 3rd and
Uh-huh.
1. And everybody was like, well, he had 2 receivers over. I said, you're missing the whole point. That's like killing a fucking fly with a sledgehammer. You don't need to do that. Just run the goddamn ball. You got a running quarterback. You got a running back that was getting 5 yards a clip. Utilize them.
Okay.
Utilize them. Put on your coaching hat. Common sense hat. See, a lot of coaching is common sense. That's what people don't get. They think you gotta know. They were like, you gotta know all this shit. Nah, man, just keep it simple. If you do KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. You'll go a lot further.
Yeah, we
You'll go a lot
gonna be all
further.
right next week though. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. But you still making that bet, right? Y'all got who y'all play next? Let me see. Y'all got the Titans. Ugh.
I don't know about what's going on now. I don't even care about none of that shit. I know this. I hope they whip your ass in December, and I still won't.
Ain't gonna happen.
I can't wait.
To the game. We
I
going to
can't
the
wait.
game. We going to the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
I can't wait either.
Okay.
Because look, it's gonna be how it was last week when it was like third quarter and 90% of the fans was already gone.
Well, y'all.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Oh,
We
no.
actually got a
Y'all
defense
lost
and an
to the
offense. Do y'all say
Steelers.
the same? And we got a good coach.
Yes.
Do y'all?
Who y'all got? Yes, we do.
Man, the Patriots got Mike Vrabel.
Shut the fuck up.
They got Mike Vrabel.
I can't wait till
He was
December, boy.
he was a line. He was one of the Patriots linebackers when Belichick was coach.
Mm-hmm.
He got two. I think he got 3 rings. Yeah, he got 3 rings.
I don't give a
I
damn how
can't wait
many
till we
rings he
play.
got.
Oh
I
man,
don't give a damn.
here you
Listen,
go. Here
Right.
you go.
They so salty.
I don't
So
give a
salty.
damn how many rings they got. I don't give a damn about none of that. Ravens all day. Ravens Nation. Lamar, get your shit
There we
together.
go. There we go.
Lamar
Win,
You
lose,
Jackson.
feel
or
me?
draw. We still stand by our
You
boys.
feel me?
No, one y'all got a lot of players out, but for real, it's really y'all coach. It ain't got. I don't know why everybody keep blaming Lamar. Y'all coach suck.
Nobody
Well,
blaming Lamar.
I
Lamar.
was good, right. Y'all
Harbaugh
ain't
should
let me
bang on.
finish. I'm about to say Harbaugh retire, and the rest of the players. Why we say about Lamar? Because they made a big thing about him, so we need him to produce. He owe us a fucking Super Bowl as
Yeah. Thank you.
as a quarterback, and I know he can't do it on his own. But he said he was going. He said he was going to get us one. So motherfucker, give us the motherfucking shit. What
Get
you
him
get
out of
your
And I
shit
college.
agree.
together?
But
And
Lamar
I
show up
agree.
every game though, so I don't. That's why I don't understand it because
All right.
Lamar shows up every game. He can't
Can I
play
say
every
something?
position, and they don't. Hold on, they don't protect him. One, two,
Yeah,
y'all need a
defense
better
suck.
coach, and your
Can I
defense
say something?
all not him. What he gonna do? I know I seen him throw the ball to himself, but how many times can you do that? You
Can I
know
say something?
what
He can't do it on his own.
at all?
But
Yeah, but I do want to say something. That game, Lamar should have did a lot of thinking. A lot of open spots for him to run. He didn't run. He run backwards. He was opening right there a couple times. And then when he gets mad, I'm not saying he's not a great quarter. I mean, he was a rookie. And I think what they should have did was kept a backup veteran to back him up and teach him more. He came in okay, yeah, he did his thing. We forgave him twice. When Huntley made that jump over, and that one he lost. He went out of his mouth and said, "I want to take it further." But if you want to take it further, you got to start thinking as well. You the starting quarterback. Being honest with you, I would have fired Lamar a long time ago when he made that
And you crazy
promise.
as shit, and I wish we would have took him because
Yes,
ain't
I
no way in the
would.
world
yeah,
he
Because
but
should
say
have.
you talking crazy. I wouldn't have
There's
no,
no
fired
way
him.
he should have done that.
It's
I
not
don't know
talking
what year he
crazy.
was, but
But
I
listen,
would
listen,
know.
listen. You
Lamar
ain't let me finish.
definitely earned his spot. He definitely
Listen,
earned his
he
spot.
earned his spot. But you gotta
Like
understand
to say
though,
to
a
let him
lot
go
of
years ago is crazy work though, because that boy shows up and he
he
performs.
shows up. Yes,
Everybody,
I'm
everybody
not
not gonna give
saying he
a
don't
perfect
show
game,
up.
but you making it
I'm not
seem like
saying
he's some shit and he not.
no, but what I'm saying is I'm not saying he don't show up. There's a lot of choices he can make. Derrick Henry is right there behind you. And we at that 1 yard, and you decided to go right did not give it to your running back. And then when you went right, you threw the ball, and what would happen?
Why he hurt though?
You
Because he
cannot
having to
think
make
like that.
plays. Where's the team at? But you're
So
not
don't
holding
be
the rest
asking
of the team
questions about that
accountable.
quarterback. You worry about your goddamn quarterback.
Oh, my quarterback is great.
No.
Mine's
Hey,
a
Jude.
little fucked up
Hey,
right now. So
Jude.
don't
Hey,
worry
Jude.
about it, sweetheart.
No, I
Don't
actually
worry
really like
about it.
Jude.
Lamar. No, I'm
Hey,
saying about
Jude.
actually like Lamar. I just
That
don't understand
quarterback gonna
why
be in the
y'all. I
bathroom
just don't understand why
on
y'all
Sunday.
trash him so much. When one he get hurt because he keep having to run around and do shit, and then his
Okay.
team
Right?
is protecting him.
That's
I
what he
want
get
him to be
paid for.
listen. They
That's
need
what he
some
get
different
paid
plays.
for.
You know what?
Well, that's all right. Look, look at keep throwing the pictures up.
Little Derek Jordan,
Yeah, but I'm gonna
That's
tell you.
crazy.
little Michael
But guess
Henry,
what? But guess
Michael
what
Derek
though?
Jordan
Philly
Henry.
did the
That's
same
all
thing
right.
we
That's
did.
all right. That's all right, hand radio. That's all
Philly
right.
did the same thing we did. They was 1-4, and they came back and they was in the Super Bowl. We gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be all
And
right.
guess
But
what?
Sunday,
It's still
Patriots
it's
Anyway,
gonna
still
get.
fuck Philly. It's still fuck
any
Philly over here.
okay. Anyway, Ravens some shit. Patriots are great.
See,
Thank you all for tuning in tonight and interacting with us. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. What came up for
that's all
shout out to
right.
you.
So
Y'all
you're
been
gonna be
active.
smiling
Thank you
next
for
week,
picking up.
y'all.
I'm doing my I'm closing out, my sir.
Oh, I
That's
got
why y'all get the link. Thank you, Akima. Thank you, Mikey.
Don't forget y'all talking
Bear,
about the Ravens.
Shannon, Lamont,
it.
Daytrick, Honesty Hour. I'm sorry if I missed you. I'm so sorry, but thank you guys for tuning in. It was a great show. We covered some important topics. Of course, we try to have a little bit of fun at the end, especially if it gets serious like I would do. But we appreciate you. Thank you, Jude. Thank you, Semantic, the Iconoclast, aka Quentin Moore. Thank you, Paul.
Peace.
JB, you are, I guess, sometimes. Thank you for joining. And we will see you guys
Yeah, but
next week.
I want to send a
Peace.
shout out to the